With James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone and Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln with more exciting news for area car buyers.
Charlie, it's just announced that Honda of Lincoln has won 3 of the Lincoln Journal-Star's Lincoln Choice Awards: Best New Car Dealer, Best Auto Repair, and Best Place to Get Your Oil Changed.
Wow, that's great, Andy. Anything else?
Yes, we were runner-up for Best Pre-Owned Dealer and Best Tire Dealer. A lot of people don't understand that we do sell tires here.
Very exciting, Andy. Why do you think your dealership is winning so many awards?
Charlie, we simply say it's the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business.
Looks like Honda of Lincoln is the great news headquarters for Lincoln.
Yes, and even all of Nebraska, we are also announcing that Honda of Lincoln's the only dealer in the state of Nebraska to win the prestigious Honda President's Award for 2024.
Honda of Lincoln, Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to the 2025 NSAA State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State baseball broadcasts are powered by Game Day Men's Health, Max Tan, Doane University, Raising Cane's, and the NDOT Highway Safety Office. Now, calling all the action, here's Austin Orman.
Welcome once again to Tal Anderson Field at the heart of the Scott campus of the University of Nebraska-Omaha. I am Austin Orman. Glad you're along for the ride. Game 3 of 4 of the day in the Class A Baseball State Tournament. On the top of the bracket, it was Lincoln East taking down Papillion-La Vista, final score of 6-0. In our previous game, it was Millard South prevailing over Millard West, final score of 2-1. No upsets so far in Class A. The 1 and 4 seeds have won, but it brings us to a 2 versus 7 matchup. Papillion-La Vista South, the Titans are the 2nd seed in Class A, and they are facing the 7th seeded Mustangs of Millard North. Let's tell you about the Mustangs as they get ready to bat here in the top of the first inning. We'll give you their lineup. Leading off, it'll be right fielder Jackson Smith. He's followed by third baseman Ripken Fleck and catcher Marcus Hankins. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Caden Schaefer playing left field right behind him. And beside of him in the outfield, center fielder Alex Burish bats 5th. At 6th, it's designated hitter Colin Driffel. In the 7 hole, it's Tanner Evans. He's playing second base. First baseman Carson Burke will bat 8th, and Chase Mockle is the shortstop. He will be hitting ninth. Their task today, Cameron Curtis, the lefty, toes the bump for the 24-8 Titans. On the year, Cameron Curtis is a stud. 6-1 record, most wins on the team, and his ERA is just 1.97. We'll give you the defensive alignment for Papillion-La Vista South. At catcher, it'll be Blake Wilsey. First base is Nebraska commit Cordell Klinkingbeard. At second base, it'll be Bryson Botos. At third base, it'll be Emmett Minderman. And at shortstop, his brother Griffin. In the outfield, it'll be Donnie Rosenthal in left, Danny Wallace in center, and Matthew Gorman in right. We are just about ready for the first official pitch of the game. Fantastic work being on time, staying on time. No run rules yet in Class A, and nothing gone to extra innings so far. We should be in for a fantastic game here, folks. You have Millard North, one of the hotter teams in the state, only the 7 seed in the tournament, but they have only lost twice in the month of May. One of those losses was to Millard West. One of them was to Millard South, and this is only the second time these two teams have seen each other. Millard North won the regular season matchup. Curtis delivers. His first pitch is a fastball, low and maybe out, ball 1. So it's Jackson Smith, the lefty, leading off against the lefty Cameron Curtis, who throws another fastball low and out for ball 2. On the year, Jackson Smith, a .314 hitter, utility player. 16 hits and 51 at-bats. He's driven in 9 and scored 13 times. There's the first strike of the game. Count is 2-1 as Curtis finally lands that fastball. Curtis, the lefty, sets up on the third base side of the rubber. That's his side. There's another fastball missing out, now 3-1. Good tone-setting at bat here from Jackson Smith, not being too aggressive, not chasing, making Curtis settle in. 3-1 pitch right where Jackson Smith wanted it, but he fouls it off the opposite way. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Someone needs to be held accountable in this matchup because both teams are wearing black. I will give the slight uniform edge to the Titans because their numbers are slightly more visible. As there's Jackson Smith fired up. He draws a 6-pitch walk to begin the game. He's on. The first batter reaches first base. That brings up third baseman number 2, Ripken Fleck. Fleck on the year, a .345 hitter, 30 for 87. He's driven in 11 and scored a team-best 25 runs. Fleck crowds the plate, and he's deep in the box. Curtis gives a long look to first. Fleck squares to bunt. That could be a good one. He's got a chance to beat this one out. Curtis collects it. He fires to first base, not in time. It would have been a close play. The second baseman, that is Cordell Klinkingbeard, the first baseman, made it back in time to cover it. Good recovery by Klinkingbeard. Pretty athletic work off the mound there for Cameron Curtis, but I think that is a hit in the book if you ask me. That would have been a tough play on the speedy Fleck. So, they call it an error. The throw did pull Klinkingbeard off the bag a little bit. So we're going to call that an E1 after the base on balls. So Millard North off to a hot start. The first 2 runners have reached base. That brings up their 3-hole hitter. He's the catcher, Marcus Hankins. On the year, Hankins, catcher designated hitter, a .374 hitter, 34 hits and 91 at-bats. He's driven in 26 runs. He took a fastball out. Now he's bunting up the first baseline. Klinkingbeard has it. He'll run and apply the tag for the first out of the inning. Not sure I'm on board with the strategy of bunting your 3-hole hitter in the first inning. I know that's a very high school baseball thing to do, but man, to sacrifice an out this early in the game when you come into this game as the underdog. Now, two relatively evenly matched teams. Millard North's 20-11. Papio South is 24-8. But you're not playing for 1 run. You're not playing for 2 runs. And the out is probably a little bit more valuable. So either way, 1 out, runners on second and third, and that does bring to the plate Caden Schaefer. Schaefer's playing left field for the Mustangs today. On the year, Caden Schaefer, a .222 hitter, just 8 for 36, driven in 5 runs. He's a righty. Puts the bat on his shoulder. Now he wiggles it. Here comes Cameron Curtis. His delivery home. Breaking ball And a beauty. It's over for a strike, 1-1. A little bit of a looping breaking ball out of Curtis that time. I wonder if he's got a sharper slider to pair with it. Fastball hasn't been sharp necessarily for Curtis in the early going. He kicks. High kick. He fires this one. Laced up the middle. Center fielder's on the run. He has to sprint in. Runner tags. We might have a play at the plate. Throw is cut off by Clinking Beard, but he can't handle it. So just like that, Jackson Smith comes around to score the game's first run. A sac bunt leads to a sac fly, well struck by Caden Schaefer. And just 4 batters into the game, Millard North takes a 1-0 lead. Good piece of hitting there by Schaefer. That was a line shot to center field. Center fielder didn't get a perfect read on that line drive, but got there in enough time. And the trail runner, Ripken Fleck, moves up to third on the sac fly by Caden Schaefer. Now the ball bounces away. It was a breaking ball in the dirt. Fleck comes home, and he is safe. So just like that, now 2 runs have crossed the plate in the top of the first. Great base running by Millard North. They prove me wrong. The sac bunt ends up working out about to perfection. Put the ball in play, make the defense make a play. Papillion-La Vista South won the Class A state basketball championship. A baseball team looking like the game's going a little fast for it right now. So base is empty, 2 outs. That brings Alex Burrish to the plate. That one misses, so now the count 2 balls and no strikes on the 5-hole hitter. Burrish, he wears number 9, plays position number 8. He's a 288 hitter, 19 of 66, driven in 6 runs, scored 22 times. He takes a strike. There's that fastball over the heart of the plate. 2-1, Curtis delivers again, rips back up the middle. There's another base runner. Burrish was all over that fastball, caught a lot of the plate. He sent it right back up the box where it came from. Back-to-back solid line drive singles for Millard North off of Cameron Curtis. So now runner on first, 2 away for Colin Driffel. Driffel doing the DHing today for the Mustangs. This season, Driffel, also a 288 hitter, 17 of 59. He's driven in 11. And already we have a conference out on the mound for Papillion-La Vista South. Looks like head coach Bill Lynham made his way out to the mound to have a chat with his infield. A little bit of talk going on between the outfield, but that looked like a bit of a pep talk there from Bill Lynham. Guys, come on. We're better than this. We've played cleaner baseball than this. Maybe to settle down his pitcher, Cameron Curtis. Curtis is a senior. Like I said, he is 6-1 on the year with just a 1.97 ERA, but he's given up 2 runs in 2/3 of an inning so far on just 1 hit. He walked the leadoff batter, Jackson Smith. He committed a throwing error on a bunt attempt, then a sacrifice bunt, a sacrifice fly, and a wild pitch. 2-0 Millard North before Papio South has picked up a bat. Curtis fires a breaking ball in for strike 1 to Colin Driffel. Driffel's a righty, platoon advantage his way. That time the breaker missed low. It's 1-1. A lot of traffic on the base paths early for Millard North. Mustangs looking to make some noise. There's a fastball over the inside part of the plate. Going to need that one if you're Curtis. Counts 1-2. Millard North, 2-time Class A champ. Haven't won it since 2005. They've been a runner-up 5 times in Class A. But like I said, they've only lost twice in the month of May, and it's to the other 2 teams on this side of the bracket. As that fastball looks like it slipped out of the hands of Curtis, travels all the way to the screen. So that moves Alex Burrish up 90 feet. That's 2 pitches that have gotten away from Cameron Curtis, and his battery mate doing the catching today for Papillion-La Vista South is Blake Wilsey. So now, little single would probably score a run. Curtis got to bear down. Count is 2-2. Fires a fastball over the outside corner. Called strike 3. Home plate umpire did point to the batter. Looks like he made enough of an attempt on the swing. So Millard North is out of chances in the first inning, but not before they tally a quick 2 runs. It's Mustangs 2, Titans coming to bat on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together. And then it clicked.
Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's 2-0 Millard North after the top of the first inning. Papillion-La Vista South coming to bat. Austin Norman with you at Tal Anderson Field. Jackson Kleinschmidt at the controls back at the mothership, 1040 O Street. Let's run down the Titan lineup. It'll be the Minderman brothers leading off. Sophomore Griffin at shortstop, and then senior Emmett at third base are the first two batters. In the hole right now is the left fielder, Danny Wallace. We'll let you know more about the lineup as the game continues. On the bump for Millard North is Noah Gartner. He wears number 3 on the year, a 2-2 record with an ERA of 1.44. His first pitch swung on and lined back over the screen by Griffin Minderman. So first pitch of the game for Noah Gartner is a strike. Another very close stance here out of Griffin Minderman, who on the year hits at a 354 clip. He's 28-79, has scored 18 runs. Second pitch swinging, fouls that one off. He's down 0-2. Gartner's a righty. Minderman, both of them are righty. This one chopped right back to Noah Gartner. He'll run it most of the way to first, underhand flip to the first baseman for out number 1. No muss, no fuss, one away for Noah Gartner and the Millard North Mustangs. Looking to hang a 0 after they put up a 2 spot in the top of the first. So Griffin Minderman goes 1-3. That brings up Emmett Minderman. Emmett, the senior, 344 hitter. Scored a team best 23 runs, has a team best 31 hits. He takes a fastball, looking for a strike. Here's the slow wind by Gartner. This one popped up right side. Wind looks like it's going to push that one not over the screen. It does land in the Millard North dugout before the Mustangs were able to get a hand on it. So just like that, Noah Gartner back ahead 0-2. The game before, we had some really nice weather. It was sunny for the most part with occasional cloud cover. Wind would pick up and die down. As here's Gartner's pitch. That's a fastball, a little bit low, 1-2. But right now, you wouldn't call it foggy. I think you would describe it as hazy. The wind has definitely picked up. The flags are pretty stiff out there in left center field, as there's another fastball. Just missed the inside corner. That's a really good take there from Emmett Minderman. Counts even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those flags are stiff. They're whipping in the wind, and it's blowing the same way it has been all day. Now Minderman goes down. It looks like home plate umpire will say the catch was made by the catcher. It looked like it was pretty close to in the dirt, but they give him credit for hanging on to it. So that is a strikeout looking. So both Minderman brothers go down to begin the game. Noah Gartner, 2 quick outs for Millard North. That does bring to the plate Danny Wallace. He's the left fielder wearing number 2, center fielder rather, sorry. He takes a strike, good fastball at the knees there from Noah Gartner for the first pitch. Danny Wallace, he's a senior, hits 280. He's 14-50 as he watches that curveball break outside, 1-1. 14 hits, 50 tries, 10 runs driven in. He'll get the ball quite a bit for Papillion-La Vista. He's only 1-6 as he skies that one off the ground. It's a chopper to shortstop. Shortstop wasn't able to charge. He had to sit back and wait on that second big hop, and by then it was far too late to get the speedy Wallace. He's aboard, first hit of the day for the Titans. That is an infield single. Not quite the Earl Weaver Baltimore chop, but if you're the shortstop there, if you can try to get to that one on the first hop, bring your momentum through the ball and get your force behind it to throw to first base, you're going to have a better chance. But when you sit and wait, a fast runner like a center fielder and Wallace is going to make you pay. Now that one's chopped back up the middle. Second baseman is on it. Looked like it tipped off the glove of Noah Gartner, but for Millard North, it was the second baseman, Tanner Evans there. He grabs the ball and slaps the bag with his glove as he went to a knee to get it. So Millard North out of the inning, no harm and no foul. It's 2-0 Mustangs as we head to the top of the second inning. Millard North coming back to bat in 60 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-0 Millard North as we are in top of the second inning. It's Tanner Evans, the lefty, striding into the batter's box. He recorded the final out of the bottom of the first four unassisted. Millard North, like I said, up 2-0. Cameron Curtis still on the bump. And a sloppy mid-inning there from Papillion-La Vista. The two seed looks like they need to remember the game started. Here's a ball bobbled by the second baseman, but recovered just in time to get Tanner Evans as he was streaking down the first base line. Bryson Botos bobbled it at second, a pretty routine ground ball, but it kicked right back up to him. He was able to get it over to Quinking Beard at first. So one pitch and one out for Millard North here in the second inning. But to what I was saying, lazy throw back from the backup catcher to Cameron Curtis, snuck into center field as Curtis gets a breaking ball past Carson Burke for the first strike, 0-1. Then the throw went into center field for a while before someone finally got it. Then a bad throw back to Curtis, who kind of nonchalantly tried to pick it, couldn't pick it back up. And that leads to that bobble there by Botos, but he was able to get the out. So maybe back on beam are the second-seeded Titans. There's a fastball right over the heart of the plate. Count now runs to 1-2 on Carson Burke. Burke hitting 8th in this Millard North lineup. He's playing first base today. He's a .260 hitter so far this year. That one just a bit outside, travels all the way to the backstop. Count rolls even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. For Millard South in that first inning, it was a walk, an error, a sacrifice bunt, a sacrifice fly, and a pass ball that led to those 2 runs. There's another one that misses high. Count runs full. Curtis, the lefty, deals to Burke, the righty. There's another fastball up. He missed with 3 straight, and so Carson Burke aboard with a 1-out walk. Good patience there by Burke as Curtis wasn't really anywhere close to the zone with any of those last 3 pitches. With 2 strikes, it's easy to get in your own head, to be in defense mode. Does a good job being patient but not passive there by Carson Burke. Here's Chase Mockle. He's the shortstop. First pitch swinging. Line to short. Bounces off the turf, off the face of the center field, or the shortstop, rather. That is Griffin Minderman. He did keep it on the infield, but not before a base hit. That's a single for Chase Mockle, and now all of a sudden, 2 on and 1 out yet again for Millard North as the lineup flips over. Brings up Jackson Smith, who drew that leadoff walk to begin the game. He would come around to score. He scored on the sacrifice fly off the bat of Caden Schaefer. Smith patient, Curtis high again. 4 straight pitches out of the zone that haven't been particularly close. Now, on the one hand, this is very mental from Cameron Curtis, right? The moment's here. State tournament action. He's been the guy all year. There's another one up and in. That one came in even hotter than the last one. 2-0. If you're Cameron Curtis, you've got to find a way to slow down mentally. And part of slowing down mentally is thinking through your mechanics without overthinking, right? Without putting so much thought into it that you're overthrowing or you're underthrowing. As that one is driven to right field, it's going to send the right fielder back. He gets turned around a couple times. It's over his head. It bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. So the lead runner, that's Carson Burke, will come around to score. Chase Mockle ends up at third base, and Jackson Smith has an RBI double. So just like that, 3-0 Millard North. Right fielder for Papillion-La Vista, Matthew Gorman, got all sorts of turned around. He turned over his left shoulder first, flipped around to look over his right shoulder, couldn't reach up and make the catch, and it bounced off the turf over the wall. Ground rule double. So second and third, 1 out. Infield comes in. That one lined to the third baseman. He goes to a knee to make the catch for the second out of the inning. That's a good rip there by Ripken Fleck. But right at the third baseman, good effort there by Chase Mockle to make sure he got back to the bag, not get doubled off for a potential momentum swinging double play. That likely would have been worth 2 runs with the Speedy Smith at second base. So now it's Marcus Hankins. He laid down a sac bunt in the first inning. He takes a breaking ball low, 1-0. I really like that first pitch swing from Ripken Fleck. Like I said, hit it on the screws right at the third baseman, but knows Curtis hasn't been around the zone. He got a pitch right where he wanted it. As this one's lofted in the air, left center field, down in front of the diving left fielder. 2 more runs come in to score. So now it is a 5-0 lead for Millard North here with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. That one just got flipped to left there by Marcus Hankins, who, like I said, was asked to sacrifice bunt his first at bat. Didn't square that one up. It was a great effort there in left field, but Donnie Rosenthal came up just short of making the catch. It falls to the turf, and that leads to 2 more 2-out runs with Millard North. 5-0 Mustangs. They're the 7 seed. They lead number 2 seed Papillion-La Vista South. For Cameron Curtis, this has come unraveled rather quickly. So here's Caden Schaefer. He had the first run-scoring sacrifice flight of the game. He swings through it on a hit and run. Throw is in time, so Caden Schaefer will get a chance to start off the top of the third inning, but the courtesy runner for Marcus Hankins can't tell the number from here. Gets cut down trying to steal second base. So 3 more runs cross the plate. The big blast was the double by Jackson Smith, and then it was the looping single by Marcus Hankins that ends up scoring 2 more runs. It's 5-0 Millard North as we head to the bottom of the second inning. We'll be back in 60 seconds to Tal Anderson Field.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha. Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5-0 Millard North through an inning and a half. Mustangs put up 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Papillion-La Vista South coming back to the plate. Leading off the inning will be number 11, Blake Wilsey. He's doing the catching just throughout a runner attempting to steal second base after after a single. Wilsey on the year, 224 batter. He's 19 out of 85. He's driven in 15 runs. He's a righty. Against the righty, Noah Gartner. He made it out of his first inning in just 12 pitches. Righty-righty matchup. Wilsey's ready. Gartner's ready. Slow kick, wind, deliver. First pitch, perfect. Strike one. Could Wilsey, after just throwing out a runner, be the spark to get an inning started for Papillion-La Vista South down 5-0? That one pulled outside, 1-1. Gartner may be trying to do a little bit too much with that fastball. So here he comes. Here's his 1-1. It's thrown home. Inside, just about got Wilsey. Wilsey turned out of the way just enough to avoid getting hit. Well, wear it chant going on from his dugout down the third baseline behind him. So it's 2-1. Gartner brings it home, breaking ball and a beauty. Strike two. Somewhere between a slider and a sweeper. Wasn't very hard. Looped quite a bit, but it did the trick. So 2-2. Gartner's 17th pitch brought in there, fouled straight back to the screen. Wilsey got fastball, knew it was coming. Pretty good swing on it, was just underneath it. Papillion-La Vista South in their home blacks. Millard North in their road blacks. Here's another one fouled off, poked back to the screen by Wilsey. That was a breaking ball trailing away from him. Wilsey did a good job just to throw the bat out there, get a piece of it, continue the at-bat. Wilsey, a confident hitter there in the batter's box. Batting average might not reflect it. Here's Gartner. Tried the same one again. Wilsey watches that one go to the backstop. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. In the first inning for Papillion-La Vista South, it was a 1-3 ground out, a strikeout, a single, and a 4 unassisted. Gartner again brings home the fastball. Wilsey again fouls it back to the right side. Count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So an 8-pitch at bat, it'll be 9 for Blake Wilsey. He's gone fastball, breaking balls. So you have a third pitch to break out. That one bounces up to the plate. Leadoff 9-pitch walk. Great at bat from catcher Blake Wilsey. He does a great job setting the table, setting the tone, throws out a runner, then draws a walk. On to be the courtesy runner for him is number 17. That's 17 is Brady Alderson. Brady Alderson on to pinch run. He's a junior running for the senior Wilsey. So we'll write Brady Alderson's name down. So there's leadoff walk. Second base runner of the game for the Titans. Here's Bryson Botos. He's a righty, playing second base today. Botos watches a breaking ball high for ball 1. Want to know the count. Gartner brings it home. Botos swings through a breaking ball, 1-1. Similar idea with the previous 2 pitches. Gartner just located this one better. Alderson gets his lead at first. He's expanding as Gartner comes set. He's set at the letters. Kick and deal. Another pitch swung through, that time a fastball, 1-2. Botos was on it, just yanked his head. 5-0 Millard North leads Papillion-La Vista South. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at first, nobody out. Botos swings through a third straight pitch. He is down on strikes. There's the second strikeout of the day for Noah Gartner. So now here comes Grant Gilbreth. He's designated hitter today for Papillion-La Vista South. Gilbreth wears number 9. He's a 400 hitter, 18 of 45 on the year. He scored 16 runs, driven in 10. He's a lefty facing the righty Gartner. With Brady Alderson at first base. There's a throw over. Alderson back in plenty of time. Here's Matthew Gorman, rather. Gorman's the lefty. He watches that one over the outside corner for a strike. Gorman, 22. It's his number. He's a sophomore, 360 batter from the left side. Mighty swing and a mighty miss there from Matthew Gorman. He's now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Right after Bryson Botos struck out, Matthew Gorman way down in the count, 0-2. See what Noah Gartner decides to do. He brings a fastball letter high that is fouled back to the screen by Gorman. Still 0-2. Gorman playing in right field. He got turned around on that double by Jackson Smith in the top half of the inning. Gardner brings the 0-2 again. This time swung on and missed. So down goes Matthew Gorman for the second strikeout of the inning. 2 away. Now this brings up Grant Gilbreth. I have those two switched around on my lineup card, so my apologies for that. Gilbreth wears number 9, doing the designated hitting here today. He is a righty. He watches the fastball in the left-handed batter's box for ball 1. Blake Wilsey drew a leadoff walk on 9 pitches. His courtesy runner hasn't moved. Gilbreth watches another pitch in that left-handed batter's box. Count now 2-0. 2-0 count. You're really looking for something to drive. You're looking for a pitch in a spot, especially down 5-0. Can you keep this rally going now with 2 outs? If you're Gilbreth, he swings on it, punches it down the right field line, but it hits the netting in foul territory, so it's 2-1. Noah Gartner threw just 12 pitches in the first inning. He's thrown 20, and he's not out of the thick of it yet. Gilbreth wearing the black top, white pants, white shoes with the number 2 pencil bat. That's what it looks like from up here. It's very yellow. Gartner's 2-1 pitch misses up with the fastball. It's 3-1. So, similar sort of thing here. If you're Grant Gilbreth, can you pick out a pitch in a spot and do some damage to it? He has not gone deep this year, but he has driven in 10. That one knuckled out to right center field. Back goes the second baseman. Running grab by the second baseman. That is Tanner Evans. He's had the last out of each of the first 2 frames defensively for Millard North. No runs after that leadoff walk there from Papillion-La Vista South. We head to the 3rd inning. It's Millard North leading 5-0. Back to Tal Anderson Field in a moment.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Already got a call to the bullpen for Papillion-La Vista South. They're the 2 seed in this tournament. They pull the plug on the Cameron Curtis experiment. He throws 36 pitches across 2 innings. He is responsible for all 5 runs on the board. Not all 5 earned, but he didn't help himself out. He committed a throwing error. Ross Norman with you here. It's Jackson Willer on the bump now for Papillion-La Vista South. He wears number 19. His numbers this year on the bump, 0-1 record, or potentially that is a save, I should say. So no official record with 1 save and an ERA of 2.33. So final line for Cameron Curtis. in line for the loss right now, but still a long way to go. 2 innings pitched. He ends up with 1 strikeout. It was looking. He only walked 1. Allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 5 runs. We'll give him 4 of them earned. So now batting for Millard North. It's going to be Caden Schaefer. He was at the plate when the courtesy runner for Marcus Hankins got thrown out trying to steal. Schaefer had a sac fly that led to the game's first run in the first inning. Willer delivers to Schaefer. That's a breaking ball, low and out for ball 1. Curtis was a lanky lefty. On the other hand, Willer is a compact righty. As Schaefer swings, that one skied down the right field line. It'll reach the seats. Or more accurately, the bench in the Millard North bullpen down the right field line. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Schaefer hit the line drive sac fly to center field after the sacrifice bunt by Hankins back in the first. That one skips to home plate. Counts 2-1. Looks like Willer went with the breaking ball and just overthrew it a little bit. So if you're Schaefer and you know the breaking ball didn't work right there, you're sitting back on a fastball, seeing if you can do damage to it. Number 19 delivers number 22. There was that fastball, but Schaefer missed it on the inside part. Looks back to the dugout and says, yep, that was the one. Counts now 2-2. Millard North won the 1 regular season matchup between these two teams, and now Schaefer goes down looking. Breaking ball caught the outside part of the plate, so Jackson Willer comes in. His first batter is a strikeout looking. That brings up Alex Burrish. Burrish had a single after both runs had scored back in the first inning. He would move up to second base before Colin Driffel went down looking. Schaefer takes a fastball just low for ball 1. Burrish playing center field here today. He's a lefty. Count now 2-0 in his favor after Willer misses outside with a fastball. Willer does like to work quick. Short, choppy steps. Here he comes again. That fastball is right down Broadway, strike 1. For Burrish, 288 hitter, looking to add to his average here. That one chopped up the middle, but in time with the throw to first was the second baseman. That's Bryson Botos, much cleaner second rep for him. And just like that, 2 away here in the top of the 3rd inning. A lot of action for second baseman early on in this one. Here's Colin Driffel. He's a righty now facing a righty. Both players wearing number 19. Driffel, as I just mentioned, went down looking in the first inning. Willer takes his choppy steps. He kicks. He delivers. Fastball, hard to the plate, strike 1. That's one, if you're Colin Driffel, looks like it's probably in your wheelhouse. Can you jump on it early? He does swing at that one. Ends up foul down the right field line. Count now 0-2. Jackson Willer doing a good job coming in, working quickly, working efficiently. It's his 0-2 pitch, just high, but he hit his spot. Catcher gives him the glove point of approval. Well done. You hit your spot. You did what we called. We can live with that. It's 1-2, and Willer's already ready to go. That one fouled back over our heads in the press box by Driffel. It stays 1-2. Millard North put up 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Have not had a base runner yet with 2 outs in the 3rd. Driffel awaits the pitch from Waller. Here it comes. Swung on down the first base line, not foul by more than about a foot. That was a very well-placed idea there by Colin Driffel. The first baseman, Cordell Quinkingscale, didn't move a whole lot. He knew off the bat that it was foul. But if that had gotten past him, it's likely extra bases for Driffel. Right fielder Matthew Gorman has taken a couple steps toward that right field line. That's where Driffel just shot that one. Center fielder shifted over to the right field side of the second base bag. Left fielder straight up. Willer's ready. Here comes his 1-2, fouled off. High pitch. Driffel went chasing that one up about his shoulder height, just managed to get a piece of it and stay alive at 1-2. Righty-righty matchup. Black jerseys, number 19 on both guys, as there's another foul ball by Driffel. He's looking down at his bottom hand, his left hand of his bat. Don't know if something's wrong with his finger. Don't know if his glove's a little slippery. He's kind of still shaking those fingers out. It's certainly not a cold day here in Omaha. It's 64 degrees, a little windy. Well, a lot of windy, let me say. We'll do 1-2 again. Willie comes home. Another one shot foul down the right side. That pitch was more inside. It jammed Driffel, but he was able to fight it off. Really good at bat here by Colin Driffel, seeing some pitches. Looked like Jackson Willer was going to rock and roll his way through the top of the third. Colin Driffel not going down without a fight. So here comes Willer. He'll take his steps over his head to his belt. Just missed with the breaking ball, 2-2. Really good eye by Colin Driffel, taking that one over the inside part. Willer's ready again. He reaches back. He steps toward home. There we go. Colin Driffel goes down looking. Jackson Willer wins the battle. He gets 2 strikeouts looking in his first inning of work. It's 5-0 Millard North after 2.5 innings. Papillion-La Vista South looking to get on the board. The 2 seeds up to bat on the other side of this short break.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rosenthal, Minderman, and Minderman due up here for Papillion-La Vista South, trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. Austin Orman with you, Tal Anderson Field, beautiful Exarban, Omaha. Donnie Rosenthal, righty, strides into the box for Papio South. He's a junior, playing left field today. He's a .290 hitter this season, 18 hits out of 62 at bats, scored 15 runs, and driven in 11. Rosenthal made a diving effort earlier in the game that was just about a step short. Led to a couple of runs for the Mustangs. He takes ball 1 from Noah Gartner, who comes back again with a fastball inside, and there's strike 1. After a 12-pitch first inning, Millard North got out of it very quickly. Papio South did a much better job of seeing pitches. There's a fooled swing there by Donnie Rosenthal. Gartner went with the breaker. Rosenthal was looking at a fastball. That was a silly-looking swing. So now Rosenthal's down in the count 1-2. Gartner brings it home, and there's a double down strikeout. Went with the same breaking pitch outside. It started over the outside edge of the plate. Rosenthal thought he had to protect, but it ends up in the left-handed batter's box, and it really blows Donnie Rosenthal back to the dugout. That flips the lineup over. Here's Griffin Minderman. He went 1-3, his first at bat. Gartner brings it home. Minderman swings right through it, 0-1. Noah Gartner is cruising so far. He brings home his 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just high. It looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. Minderman might have moved his shoulders and his hands a little bit. There was an appeal down to first base, but that wasn't close to a swing. It's 1-1. Minderman, a very closed stance. He skies this one. That's going to go much higher than it will far, but the wind will blow it out of play. It's now 1-2. Griffin Minderman leads off, plays shortstop for Papillion-La Vista South. His brother Emmett Minderman hits second, and he's at third base. Griffin Minderman awaits the 1-2 from Noah Gartner. Fastball chopped. That's a sky-high bounce with some speed. He's going to beat it out. Third baseman charging, could not get a glove on it. Would have had to rush the throw. An infield hit, another chopper, a high bouncer here at Tal Anderson Field that falls for a hit. Second one of the day for Papillion-La Vista South. They have their leadoff hitter on, not the leadoff hitter of the inning, but with one away, it is an infield single for Griffin Minderman. That does bring up his brother, Emmett. Emmett went down swinging in the first. Similarly close stance to his brother. Angled pretty much right at the second baseman right now. There's a fastball outside for ball one. You don't often see a stance as aggressively closed as we've seen from the Minderman brothers or even a couple in the previous game as well. Gartner brings home a high breaking ball, swung through and missed. 1-1. That's what the first at bat looked like for Emmett Minderman. He went down on strikes. His brother Griffin's at first base with a 1-out single. Titans trail the Mustangs 5-0. There's another swing and a miss there by Minderman. He was fooled by that breaking ball, 1-2. Gardner had Rosenthal looking silly on that slider away, and now Emmett Minderman as well. Gardner steps off the mound. He's got to reset. Holds the ball in that right arm, dangles down. Black arm sleeve, now the throw over to first base. Late. Griffin Minderman dives back in time. Gartner peering 60 feet, 6 inches away. He delivers. Griffin Minderman runs, throw way up the baseline. So Griffin Minderman is into second base safely. That throw got away a little bit from the catcher. That's Marcus Hankins behind the dish. That one he threw a little more from a 3/4 slot, but it does still result in a strikeout. The home plate umpire is going to say Emmett Minderman went around. So 2 strikeouts and 2 at bats for him. Runner does move, but now there are 2 outs in the frame. Here's Danny Wallace. He singled his first at bat. Another single here would likely get Papio South on the board. Wallace only 10 runs driven in on the year. He's 14 of 50. Now 15 of 51 after his at bat in the first inning. He's a righty, as is Noah Gartner, who peers down. Wallace takes a fastball right down the heart of the plate for strike one. Four strikeouts for Noah Gartner so far. He's ready for the second pitch of this at bat with Danny Wallace. Breaking ball taken, ball one. Same pitch that Emmett Minderman and Donnie Rosenthal had some issues with. Wallace says, "You're not getting me, at least not yet." Runner on second, 2 away, bottom of the third inning. Wallace swings through a fastball. It's now 1-2. That's a good pitch to hit. Danny Wallace opened up a little bit. Keeps his head on it. Maybe that's that RBI single. Wallace twirls the bat. No Bobby Witt style. Now it's waggling above his shoulder as Gartner's ready to bring it home. He does that one. Laced down the left field line. Right on the chalk. It is down for a double. Danny Wallace motoring around first. He'll cruise into second base with a stand-up double. Griffin Minderman comes around to score. Good piece of hitting by Danny Wallace. Could not place it any better. Right on the chalk down the left field line. And just like that, Papillion-La Vista South is on the board, but they now trail 5-1. That brings up Cordell Clinkingbeard. He was the final out of the first inning. Clinkingbeard this year, 253 hitter. He's driven in 20 runs, tied for the most on the team. He's deep in the box, swinging right-handed, baby blue gloves, yellow bat. Gartner, couple checks at second base. He brings it home. Clinkingbeard, first pitch swinging, bounced up the middle, diving stop by the shortstop, fires to first in time. What a play. Shortstop for Millard North. That's Chase Mockle, a diving stop up the middle that absolutely saved a run. Clinkingbeard was busting it down the line, but ultimately not in time. Papio South gets on the board. It's now 5-1 Millard North with the Mustangs coming to bat in the top of the fourth. Next on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
To the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
For the second time in as many at-bats, it's Tanner Evans, whose neon cleats and neon bat leading off an inning. He went 4-3 to lead off the second. I'm Austin Norman. I'm with you for now starting the 11th inning of work. Jackson Willer back out for his second. Tanner Evans takes ball one low and out. Mentioned the neon bat, the neon shoes for Tanner Evans. Also unique for him, a full cage on his batting helmet. Full face mask. Willer missed low and then missed up, so it's now 2-0. He was cruising for the first couple batters he faced against Evans and against Schaefer and Burris. Then Colin Driffel gave him one heck of an at-bat, but Willer ended up winning it, striking him out looking. There's a strike, now 2-1 on Tanner Evans. Like I said, Evans went 4-3 leading off the second. He was on that fastball, fouls it back to the screen. Count runs even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Evans is a junior, .292 hitter. 19 hits, 12 runs scored so far this year. Millard North up 5-1, top of the fourth. Evans watches another fastball up, full count. We've seen that from both Cameron Curtis and Jackson Willer. They are not exactly missing close. Willer brings a fastball way too far inside. That one plunks Evans. He will make the jog down to first base with a leadoff hit by pitch. Had a free pass on an error early in this one. A walk drawn by Carson Burke in his previous at bat. He's up now. Now that hit by pitch by Tanner Evans. Burke walked, came around to score on the double by Jackson Smith. He was the lead runner on that ground rule double. Evans gets his lead. Neon oven mitt on his lead right hand over there at first base as well. Didn't have time to get it fully strapped up. He's doing that on his jog back. That fastball to Carson Burke is high, 1-0. A lot of neon over there for Tanner Evans. You won't miss him. Carson Burke certainly more understated. Now a back pick attempt. Close play at first. Evans hustling back in time. That's a pretty darn good throw, though, by Blake Wilsey. Motion might have been a little long because the pitch was up. If that catches Wilsey in a better position, he might have had Evans dead to rights. Here's Willer. He's set. Ball at his belt. Couple checks over at first base. Now a third. Brings it home. Swung through and missed by Carson Burke. Count now 1-2. Good job mixing up timing and number of looks there by Jackson Willer on the bump for the Titans. He comes set, 3 different toe taps. He's ready to bring it home. Another back pick attempt. Evans is out this time. Wilsey tried it again. Evans got one step too far. Great read, great recognition there by Wilsey and his first baseman. That's Cordell Quinkingbeard. So the hit by pitch is erased just like that as Evans gets picked off, getting a little too cute, dancing a little too far away, and the count's 2-2. Fastball yanked towards that first base dugout, low and out, 3-2. A really good job there by Blake Wilsey, seeing an aggressive runner, maybe too aggressive, and there's Carson Burke going down on strike. So in the span of 3 pitches, 2 outs there for Jackson Willer, and no traffic on the bases. That's always helpful for a pitcher. 2 away in the top of the 4th inning. Maybe Jackson Willer is the spark on the mound that Papillion-La Vista South needs for its offense, if he can buy them some time to get going. Willer through the wind. He delivers a strike for the first pitch to Chase Mockel. Mockel made the diving play last half inning that saved a second run. He singled and came around to score on that ground rule double. He watches a bender outside 1-1. Mockel, third pitch swinging, fouls that one back off over the press box. Now it's 1-2. Mockel's a senior. He's a .211 hitter. Wow, Wilsey really thought he had a strike call. He took a couple crow hops back to the dugout, but home plate ump did not give him the call. So not a way to earn yourself any favor. That one in the dirt, though, so wouldn't done him any good there. Count runs full. Better at bats here as of late by Millard North. They're doing a good job seeing pitches off of Willer. That one is skied in the air out toward right field. Gorman is there. He lines it up and makes the catch to retire the side. So a hit by pitch doesn't end up mattering as the runner gets picked off, and Papio South hangs at second straight 0. Titans still trail 5-1 as we head to the home half of the 4th here on the ticket.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5-1 Millard North halfway home. Game 3 of the day in the Class A State Baseball Tournament here at Tal Anderson Field. I'm Austin Norman. It's Blake Wilsey stepping into the batter's box, leading off an inning for the second time. He led off the second with a walk after he threw out a runner trying to steal second base. And it wasn't to end the inning this time, but he did just pick off Tanner Evans at first base last inning. So a good defensive showcase here from Blake Wilsey, who takes a breaking ball out of the hand of Noah Gartner for strike 1. Gartner tried it again, pushed it a little further out. Wilsey says, nope, not fooling me, takes it for a ball. So Wilsey walked. Pinch runner Brady Alderson didn't move. Couple strikeouts, and then a pop out to the second baseman. That one roped into the gap. Wilsey's going to make the turn. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Will this be 3 for Blake Wilsey? No, he's going to be held at second base. Wilsey ripped that one the opposite way. It split the gap. Great hustle there by the outfielders to cut that one off. Blake Wilsey was on his horse. Thought he might have had a chance to go for a triple, but his third base coach holds him up there. Probably the right decision, especially trailing by 4 runs. The extra base doesn't mean as much as the runner does. So here comes Brady Alderson out of the dugout yet again. He will stand on second base after that leadoff double there by Blake Wilsey, who's 1 for 1, but has gotten on base twice. That was a line shot the other way off the bat of Wilsey. Here's Bryson Botos. He struck out his first at bat. Gartner comes set. Quick peek back at second base. Boto squares around early, right back to the pitcher. He's going to go to third. No, he changes his mind at the last second. Probably the right decision. It would have been close as that bunt was right back at him. The first baseman was charging. He was only about 40 feet away from home plate as Botos squared to bunt. Looks like now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Would be Matthew Gorman in this spot, but right now he is being replaced by number 6, Mikey Jellin. Jellin is a lefty. 310 hitter on the year, 13 hits and 42 tries. Gorman struck out his first at bat. See what Jellin can do. He shoots that one just foul down the left field line. The lefty tried to slap it the other way. It did get over the head of the third baseman, but landed about 18 inches or so foul. Would have easily scored the runner from third. Moved there on the sacrifice bunt. Mikey Jellin not wasting any time saying, yep, I'm a pinch hitter, not a pinch looker. Good hustle there by someone out of the Titan dugout. Got to go all the way to the fence for that foul ball. Noah Gartner's thrown 56 pitches through 3 1/3 innings right now. His Millard North Mustangs, the 7th seed, lead 2 seed Papio South 5-1. Gartner misses outside, just away 1-1. These two teams only played each other once in the regular season. Millard North won it. By wildcard points, it was their best win of the year. 2-0 on the road at Papio South gave them 52 wildcard points. Gartner misses, same result, same spot. Tried the fastball outside again, didn't get it, 2-1. So here's Mikey Jellin. Lefty's in the box, ready to go against Gartner. He swings. That one tied him up. He got it back to the screen, but you could tell that was a pull swing on a pitch that rode up and in on him. He fouls it back. It's 2-2. After Jellin, it'll be Grant Gilbreth. He popped out to the second baseman, his first at bat. Runner on third, one away. No runs yet in the inning for Papio South. This one skied on the left side. It's going to stay in play. Drifting back into fair territory is the third baseman. That is number 2, Ripken Fleck. That ball started well foul, but the wind is blowing kind of out toward right center, maybe a bit of a crosswind across the field. So Ripken Fleck had it lined up to begin with, but it is super windy, very blustery out here on 72nd and center. So Fleck had to drift from about 10 feet in foul territory to a couple feet in fair territory to make that catch. He did for the second out. As Gilbreth comes to the plate, watches the breaking ball high for ball 1. So Botos now 0 for 2. If you're Papio South, you got to find a way to get this run home. Gilbreth will. He laces that one back up the middle. It's down for a run-scoring single. So now back-to-back innings with runs for the Titans. They cut into their deficit yet again. It's now 5-2. Nice, simple piece of hitting there from Grant Gilbreth. It's an RBI single for the designated hitter. That brings up Donnie Rosenthal. First, a conversation here at the mound. Might just be a reset. Don't see much action, if any, going on down in the Millard North bullpen. So unless we're bringing a position player into pitch, I would guess this is just a pick-your-brain conversation. Rosenthal is at the bottom of the lineup. He struck out in the third. Leading off the third, in fact. We're now in the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-2, Millard North leading Papillion-La Vista South. Game 3 of the day for us here on the ticket. Lincoln East won earlier today. The number 1 seed took down 8-seeded Papillion-La Vista, 6-0. And it was Millard South over Millard West, 2-1 final score. So top half of the bracket, second round is set. We're here starting off the second bracket in Class A as the mound visit gets broken up. Now here's Donnie Rosenthal. Runner on first, 2 away after the RBI single by Grant Gilbreth. Rosenthal wearing 7, playing left field. He squares to bunt. That's a choppy one. Ripken Fleck will pick it up in foul territory. Counts 0-1. There's a Wilsey double to right, the sac bunt by Botos. Then the pop-up by Jelen and the single by Gilbreth. Brings us to Rosenthal. He squared to bunt. Now he watches a breaking ball for strike 2. That's a really good pitch there by Noah Gartner. Froze the 9-hole. So Gartner way up in the count, 0-2. Runner on first is Grant Gilbreth. Rosenthal swings and misses. He's down on strikes for the second time. For the second inning in a row, Papio South gets 1 run, but nothing more. They still trail 5-2 as we head to the 5th inning. Millard North coming back to bat. We'll see how it goes in the 5th inning right after this on the ticket.
Jumpstart your summer to the max. Walk into any Max Tan in Lincoln and get a $5 standing tan session or a $5 red light wellness booth session. Your summer tan starts today with $5 sessions at Max Tan with 3 Lincoln locations. When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
2-0. Just kidding. 2-0 the last 2 innings at 5-2. Millard North over Papillion-La Vista South. 2 scoreless innings for Jackson Willer on the bump. He returns for his 3rd inning of work. I'm Austin Norman. It's Jackson Smith striding to the batter's box here, leading off the top of the 5th inning. Willer has gone 6 up, 6 down. Did allow a base runner, but was picked off by his catcher, Blake Wilsey. Smith drew a walk and scored, and then a ground rule RBI double and would come around to score. He takes strike 1 from Willer, his first time seeing him. Willer came in after just 2 innings from Cameron Curtis and is, as I said, retired all 6 batters. That fastball overthrown, missed high, 1-1. Willer's done a good job of coming in, stabilizing the game for the Titans. That fastball swung on and missed by Smith. Funky looking swing, was not ready for that fastball. He's down in the count, 1-2. And man, Willer's working quick. He's bringing it home again already. Smith swings and misses at that one. He's down on a breaking ball. There's a strikeout for Jackson Willer, his 4th of the game right now in just 2 1/3 inning of work. Here's Ripken Fleck. He made a nice defensive play in the last inning. Fleck was trying to drop down a bunt, reach on a throwing error by starting pitcher Cameron Curtis. He would come around to score on the single by Alex Burrish. Fleck takes a strike, 0-1. Willer well-located fastball that time. Fleck crouches pretty deep in his stance. Willer brings it inside. It's fisted out to the Millard North dugout. 0-2. 5 runs on 4 hits for Millard North with the help of that one Papillion-La Vista South error through 4 1/3 innings. Here's Willer through his windup, swung on and missed. Oh no, they say he just got a piece of it. That was low. I'm not sure how Ripken Fleck managed to get a hold of that one, but he tipped it just enough to stay alive at 0-2. That's called bat control, folks. Willer brings it home again. Fastball just misses on the outside part of the plate. I won't tell you that was a strike for sure, but I will tell you I've seen that called a strike before. Here's Willer. He brings it home, chopped foul down the third base side this time. 1-2. Ripken Fleck, number 2 from Millard North. He's a senior, a 345 hitter, 30 for 87 this year. He swings and misses at that one. That was a breaking ball tailing away from him. He was trying to get a piece of it. Would have been a ball, couldn't resist. He goes down. So now that is officially the second swinging strikeout of the inning there for Jackson Willer, who, like I mentioned, has done a great job of doing his part in getting the Papillion-La Vista South second-seeded Titans back on beam. He's still got to deal with Marcus Hankins, though. Sacrifice bunt and an RBI single for him. He's the catcher for the Mustangs. He takes it up, ball 1. Hankins had that RBI single he was courtesy run for, and then his courtesy runner got thrown out stealing. Hankins watches a fastball over the outside corner. Count runs even, 1 ball, 1 strike. If Hankins reaches, it's Caden Schaefer. Hankins now down in the count. He tipped that one foul, 1-2. Hankins this year, 374 hitter, 34 for 91, and he goes down looking. Big fist pump from Jackson Willer. He strikes him out with the breaking ball. So 3 straight zeros hung by Jackson Willer. Can Papio South make it 3 straight innings, putting a crooked number on the board? We'll tell you more about it on the other side here on the ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5-2 Millard North over Papillion-La Vista South through 4.5 innings here at Tal Anderson Field. A bit of the haze has cleared up. Still cloudy, still windy. It was very hazy off in the distance. Now it's just gray, which as a former outfielder, let me tell you, it can be difficult to judge the ball when it's as dark gray as it is right here. It doesn't seem like there's rain in the forecast. We'll see if it's going to rain some runs here for Papillion-La Vista South. I'm Austin Norman on the call with you for the rest of this game. And the nightcap, it'll be Kearney and Elkhorn South. 5-2 Millard North. As right now, we have the Mindermen coming to the plate. It's Griffin Minderman leading off the inning. He is the leadoff hitter for the Titans. He scored first run of the game back in the 3rd inning after a single and a stolen base. And now he gets hit. First pitch of the inning there from Noah Gartner plunks him. So for the second time in 3 at-bats, Griffin Minderman reaches base. Tried to go inside with the fastball, ran it inside just a little bit too far. Last time he reached, he stole a base. His brother Emmett up now right behind him. Emmett's 0 for 2. Couple of Ks. They're getting the call. Down in the third base batter's box, looking down at their armbands. Emmett's in the box, close stance. He wears number 3, as does his opponent on the hill, Noah Gartner. Gartner kicks and fires. That's a strike across the outside for strike 1. Now 67 pitches for Gartner through 4+ innings. Emmett Minderman in the batter's box. Griffin Minderman at first base. Griffin gets his lead. Gartner gives him a nice little stare down. Minderman's off with the pitch on the hit and run. Really reaching for it, fouls it off, 0-2. That was a breaking ball that Emmett Minderman was way out in front of. So now if you're Noah Gartner, can you find that put-away pitch? Do you go with the elevated fastball? Do you try to run it outside or do you try to sneak a breaking ball past a hitter who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts off you? Griffin Minderman not in motion this time. It was the breaking ball, and now an 0 for 3 day with 3 strikeouts for Emmett Minderman. He goes down swinging on 4 pitches. So 1 away. That brings up Danny Wallace. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. His previous single was an RBI single that ended up scoring Griffin Minderman. Wallace playing center field, wearing number 2. He's a righty. He's had Gartner's number so far today. Minderman breaks for second again. Wallace watches this one. Great throw down just in time. Wow, what a throw. What a throw by the catcher. That is for Millard North. Make sure I give credit where it's due. Marcus Hankins, that was on the money. Minderman got a pretty decent jump, but that was a really quick pop time there from Marcus Hankins. So just like that, base runner erased. Nobody on, 2 outs for the 3-hole hitter, Danny Wallace. The aggression worked out previously for Papillion-La Vista South, but not this time as Wallace swings through a fastball. Now it's 1-2. That's how Griffin Minderman got himself into scoring position in the 3rd. Didn't work out so well in the 5th. Wallace watches a breaking ball. Good eye. Counts even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wallace, number 2, driven in now 11 runs on the year after his 3rd inning RBI single. He watches a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Not sure what else he was looking for, but Millard North hangs a 0 in the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs lead at 5-2 as they come to bat in the top of the 6th. I'm Austin Norman with you at Tal Anderson Field. Jackson Kleinschmidt's pushing the buttons back at 1040 O Street. We'll be back to Omaha momentarily.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, 1 love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're here at Tal Anderson Field. Class A State Baseball Tournament as Wilsey almost decapitates his pitcher on the throw down to second base. I'm Austin Norman. Glad you're along with us for the ride. 402-464-5685 is the number. If you have anything to say, anything on your mind, we will have corner 3 coming up after this game from 6 to 7. But for now, we're in the 6th inning. It's 5-2 Millard North. They are led off in the top of the 6th by Caden Schaefer. He is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. He takes a strike from Jackson Willer, who's done a great job of coming in and steadying the ship for the Titans. His second offering swung on. That's a breaking ball. Schaefer missed it, 0-2. The Titans pulled Cameron Curtis, who just didn't have it today after 2 innings. He threw 36 pitches in those 2 innings, was tagged with those 5 runs, 4 of them earned as there. Willer continues his hot streak. That is now 4 batters in a row retired via the strikeout. The previous 2 were swinging. The last 2 have been looking. Schaefer is out for the 3rd time today and quickly 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. To my point on Willer, Titans found a guy that had it. He's been locked in really from the second that he set foot on the mound. He is in such a rhythm. He is working quick. Here's Alex Burris, the lefty, against the righty Willer. Burris watched a fastball for strike 1, watches another one for ball 1. It was a bold move to go away from your ace, a guy that's thrown a lot of innings for you in Cameron Curtis for Papio South there. as Burr swings and misses again, needs to readjust the batting gloves. That'll probably fix it. But to find the guy that has it, and Jackson Willer, he has come in and shoved as there's a bouncer up the middle. Shortstop's on it. Throw across the diamond in plenty of time for the second out. For Jackson Willer, he has now thrown 56 pitches in 3 2/3 innings. He's right on pace with where you want your pitcher to be. If you're a pitcher, you're looking for about 15 pitches per inning. And if Willer is able to retire a pinch hitter for Colin Driffle, it'll be Alexander Michaud. He's batting .250 on the year, 9-36. He's a senior. If he's able to retire Michaud in 4 pitches or less, he will be right on track for that magical 15 number. So here's Willer. He delivers. That's a fastball outside for ball 1. Willer, 1 save, a 2.33 ERA. That is plummeting today. In a good way, of course, right? Just like golf. You want your score to plummet, not to rise. 3 2/3 scoreless innings for Jackson Willer. He's back in the count 1-1. He winds, he fires to the pinch hitter. Bounced up there 2-1. Michaud on the year, as I said, 9 for 36. He's driven in 7 runs and scored 5 times. Man, Willer is in such a rhythm. Millard North is not doing anything to break it up. They're letting him get the ball, rock, and fire. Now Michaud will take a little bit of a walk, give himself a mental reset and some patience as he's now ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Willer kicks the glove over his head, drops it to his belt, brings it home. Michaud fouls it straight back over my head here. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Michaud seeing some pitches in place of Colin Driffle, who struck out looking twice. Michaud fouls that one back, this time to the right side off the screen, still 3-2. 5-2. It's Millard North over Papillion-La Vista South right now, but the Mustangs haven't scored since the 2nd inning. Michaud gets jammed. That one looked like it hit off the knob of the bat. A sliding play by Willer. He was following through to the first base side, falls back to the third base side of the pitching mound, but makes it look easy. So another 1-2-3 frame for Jackson Willer. He has retired 8 straight batters and all 9 that he's faced in some form or fashion. Another scoreless inning for Millard North. Can Papillion-La Vista South get back on the board and cut into their 3-run deficit? We'll bring you the bottom of the 6th inning from Tal Anderson Field in a moment.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's 5-2 Millard North as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. 6 outs to get 3 runs and tie the game if you're Papillion-La Vista South. They come in at 24-8 overall. Class A champion twice, 2010 and 2011. Nebraska commit Cordell Clinking Beard swings through a breaking ball out of the hand of Noah Gartner, strike 1. Gartner now up to 75 pitches on the day. He has been effective. Pitched around a little bit of trouble as that one taken inside. It's a fastball for a ball. It's 1-1. Gartner's been pretty close to on top of his game. 2 shutout innings, 2 shutdown innings, most importantly after his Mustangs jumped out to an early lead. Foul tip on a breaking ball. Gartner's back ahead of Clinking Beard 1-2. Gartner into the wind. He's set. He fires, brings it home. Fastball way up. Good snag by the catcher. 2-2. Catcher gives Gartner a nod. Yep, that's where I wanted it. Well, generally. Bring it down a little bit, make it a little more enticing as a chase pitch. Gartner brings it home. Yep, no doubt about it. Right down Broadway. Clinking Beard goes down. He's 0 for 3. He goes down looking that time. Now 3 straight batters retired via strikeout for Noah Gartner. One away in the top of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, excuse me. For Papio South, they are 3-2 versus the top half of the Class A bracket. Just 3-3 against their half of the bracket, though. They lost their only regular season matchup to Millard North as Gartner spins in another beauty of a breaker, 0-1. Titans came in a little bit cold. And they ended their regular season by losing 3 straight games, Elkhorn South, Millard West, and Millard North. As there is a diving effort. Did he make the catch? He did. What a play out there in center field by Alex Burrish. Wow, what an effort. Blake Wilsey flared that one out to center field, and Alex Burrish comes sprinting in. He dives. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Not an easy play. That one didn't hang up there. It wasn't hit too hard. Burrish had just enough time to get there and record the out. So here is Bryson Botos. He struck out and laid down a sacrifice bunt his 2 previous trips to the plate. 2 away, bottom of the 6th inning. Botos now ahead in the count 2-0. Gartner's in rhythm. He thinks he's feeling it now. Might need to take a break after missing with a couple straight pitches out of the zone. He brings it home, the 2-0. Fastball low, 3-0. All right, if you're Botos, this bat stays on your shoulders. They're going to give you a free pass and you can try to make some 2-out magic happen. You absolutely let them. That was indeed on the shoulder, but there's a fastball right down Broadway, strike 1. Mikey Jellin still has a bat. Should Botos reach? Here's the pitch to Botos. Swings through it on 3-1. That's a fastball up and out. 3-2. Not the pitch you're looking for. 3-1 if you're Botos. Not much you can do with it. So the full count pitch from Gartner. Swung on and missed. It's picked and tagged. So just like that, 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 7th inning. Millard North looking for some insurance runs. The Mustangs lead Papillion-La Vista South 5-2. We'll tell you about the 7th inning momentarily here on the ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're at the top of the 7th inning here in Game 3 of the day at Tal Anderson Field. It's 5-2 Millard North. Another pitching change for Papillion-La Vista South. They go to the bullpen. They call on Danny Wallace, senior pitcher outfielder. 6 saves on the year with a 1.75 ERA. So why Danny Wallace instead of Jackson Willer, who was rolling? Well, Jackson Willer had thrown 63 pitches, And state championship varsity rules here for the NSAA say that if you throw 51 to 70 pitches, you can come back and pitch again after 2 days of rest. Well, today's Friday. Whether this team wins or loses, they have 2 days of rest. They don't play tomorrow. They won't play Sunday. They'll pick up again Monday. So bringing in Danny Wallace means Jackson Willer will be available in Papillion-La Vista South's next game, whether they come back and win or if Millard North stays on top. I'm Austin Norman with you here at Tal Anderson Field. Leadoff batter is Tanner Evans. He's 0 for 1, hit by pitch, his previous at bat in the 4th. Here at the top of the 7th, he's down 1-2 in the count. Wallace, really the closer here. Will he be able to keep this game where it's at? He sticks his glove out on a chopper back up the middle, takes a couple job steps. He'll flip it over to Clinking Beard for out number 1. Those plays as a pitcher where it's coming back at you, sometimes that ball speeds up. Wallace did a good job staying composed, under control. Did make a little bit of a stab at the ball, but it did look pretty well under control. We'll have a pinch hitter now for Millard North. It'll be Spencer Phillips coming in. He will hit for Carson Burke. Burke drew a walk and scored and struck out. But here is Spencer Phillips, the righty, first pitch swinging. That one has a chance to stay in play. First baseman Clinking Bear giving it a run up against the fence. Did he hang on? No. Ball is caught between the padding and the net down the first base line. Clinking Beard unable to make the catch. So Spencer Phillips, first pitch swinging. Clinking Beard bounces off the padding. Looks like he's all right. Lost his glasses down there. Got him back. It's not sunny, but you never know with sometimes that glare. I would not recommend the sunglasses necessarily at this point in the game. Spencer Phillips, by the way, 275 hitter this year, 11 for 40. He sends this one to the right side. It's a chopper on 2 hops for the second baseman. Another flip to Clinking Beard. So another 2 pitches. Now we're up to 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Not a lot of patience for Millard North. They're swinging. They want to get Noah Gartner back out there to finish the game. So here's Chase Mockle. He's the 9-hole hitter. He singled and scored back in the 2nd, then flew out to right. Danny Wallace throws a pitch. That's a fastball that misses for a ball. 1-0. Mockle made a nice diving stop that saved a run earlier in the game. Helps maintain the 5-2 advantage. He'll watch a fastball across the plate for strike 1. Danny Wallace has come in and thrown strikes. That's what they brought him in to do. There's another one. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. Mockle's now down 1-2. That's why you go get a guy like Danny Wallace. Keep this deficit at 3 runs. Get your offense back in the batter's box. Mockle stays alive. Taps that one back behind home plate. Still 1-2. If you're Danny Wallace, you can get your team back to the clubhouse, back to the dugout. Chance to tie or even walk it off. That one shot to second base as well, but no trouble making the play. There it is. 3 quick outs on 11 pitches for Danny Wallace in the top of the 7th inning. His team, the Papillion-La Vista South Titans, the 2 seed in the Class A bracket, trails by 3 runs. They got 3 outs to try to manufacture 3 or more runs. Can they do it? Let's find out in a minute here on The Ticket.
When daily energy fades and your drive just isn't what it used to be, Game Day Men's Health helps you step back into top form. Game Day Men's Health is one of the country's fastest growing clinics, and they focus on men's wellness, providing customized solutions with professionalism and privacy in mind. Testosterone optimization, weight management, vitamin injections, and shockwave therapy are just a few of the many things they offer. Restore your energy and rediscover confidence with the help of Game Day Men's Health, because every man deserves to feel his best every day. Visit them online at GameDayMen'sHealth.com today or in person at one of their 2 locations in Omaha.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go big red.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Austin Orman with you here. Noah Gartner on the pitcher's mound and Mikey Jellin in the batter's box. Gartner fires away, but it's low for a ball. That is his 88th pitch of the game. It looks like Millard North is content to let their ace ride it out. The 1-0 swung on, fouled off to the left side by Jellin, 1-1. Jellin came in to pinch hit for Matthew Gorman in the fourth inning. It was Jellin that popped that one up down the third baseline. That a very nice play was made over there at third base by Ripken Fleck. Jellin swings another flare off to the left side. He's now down to the count 1-2 So for Millard North, letting Gartner let it rip. He's already over the 3-day pitch limit. His next pitch will put him at 91, which means he's got to take 4 days off. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So he is now next available on Wednesday. Counts even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gartner's been really good. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. That one slapped up the middle and through. Mikey Jellin, a leadoff single. He makes an aggressive turn as the center fielder falls down, but he'll hold it first with a single. Definitely the smart move, because if you're Papillion-La Vista South right now, you need base runners. Don't run yourself into an out. Don't do anything dumb. Don't do anything reckless. Do what you can to keep the line moving. That brings up Grant Gilbreth. He singled his previous at bat. Nothing much came of it, though. For Jellin, that's a single through the right side. He's at first base. We see Elkhorn at South filing in. Some Kearney players already here as Gartner misses up ball 1. 5-2, Millard North over Papillion-La Vista South. First game of Bracket B, Bracket 2 in the Class A state championships. There's a breaking ball taken for a strike. 1-1. I'm sure Jellin wants to run. I'm sure he wants to be aggressive, but now is not the time for that. Station to station, keep the line moving. Gilbreth gets plunked. Gilbreth is hit. There we go. 2 on. Nobody out. Gartner now up to 95 pitches. With number 95, he plunks a runner. Now runners on first and second. Nobody out. We do have another pinch hitter for Papillion-La Vista South. It's going to be Jack O'Neill. He's on to hit for Donnie Rosenthal. Rosenthal, 2 rather uncompetitive strikeouts in this one. O'Neill, a .250 hitter this season. 2 runs driven in. Has gone deep. You had the line drive. You had the hit by pitch. Now, a blast would tie the game. Going to be difficult to do for a right-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher with that wind still pushing things across the field from left field toward right field, maybe out to right center just a little bit. Now we have timeout called by Millard North. Let's go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds here on the ticket.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family-owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Support Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach on Give to Lincoln Day. Your gift will be received by a portion of Lincoln Community Foundation's matching fund. Homelessness is a complex problem facing our community. By working together, we can find solutions. Your donation for Give to Lincoln Day moves us closer to ensuring that everyone in Lincoln has a safe place to sleep at night. Because of your generosity, hope lives here. Give anytime through May 29th at givetolincoln.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's 5-2. Millard North leads Papillion-La Vista South. We're in the bottom of the seventh inning, but the Titans are threatening. Runners on first and second with nobody out. It did officially end the day for Noah Gartner after 95 pitches. His day is done, but the book isn't closed. If Colin Driffel is to keep the line where it's at, he will need to work out of a 2-on, nobody-out jam. I'm Austin Norman. As I said, Colin Driffel, today's designated hitter for the Mustangs, got pinch hit for earlier in the game, but Driffel takes the mound right now sporting 2 saves on the year and an ERA of 1.17. He is tasked with facing Jack O'Neill, pinch hitter for Donnie Rosenthal. Mikey Jellin led off the inning with a single, and Grant Gilbreth got plunked. 2-on, nobody out. 3-run game, bottom of the seventh inning in the Class A state tournament. Corners in, maybe expecting bunt. I'm not sure exactly why. Not exactly in a position to give away outs. O'Neill swings through that first fastball by Driffel. It's 0-1. Would not be surprised to see Driffel rely pretty heavily on this heater. He was running it up there during warmups. Driffel, there's a breaking ball, though, shows it off. He's ahead early in the count, 0-2. All right, if you're O'Neill, you're in survival mode. Just find a way. Put the ball in play, make Millard North to do something with it. O'Neill's a pinch hitter. This year, a .250 batter, just 1 of 4. Gives the bat a waggle as Driffel comes set. Couple checks to second base. Here comes Driffel, fastball low, 1-2. Second pitcher of the day for Millard North. Titans have actually out-hit the Mustangs 6-4, but 3 fewer runs to show for it. O'Neill's way back in the box as Driffel comes set. Here's the kick. Slide step delivers low, 2-2. Really good job here by Jack O'Neill. Now, you know Driffel's going to want to come back with it. He's going to want to come back with the heater, try to get you out. Can you fight it off if it's not in your wheelhouse? Driffel, here he comes. Short kick, delivers home, swung on and missed. Big first out of the inning. Colin Driffel mixes him up. He got O'Neill crossed up with the breaking ball. He goes down swinging. There's the first out of the top of the seventh inning. Now, that was the bottom of the order, setting the table for the top. Here's Griffin Minderman. He's 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the third, was hit by a pitch in the fifth. Minderman this year, driven in 7. Number 8 would be a big one. Close stance, looking to shoot it to the right side, it looks like. Driffel set, his first pitch to Minderman. Breaking ball waved at and missed, strike 1. Man, that's a good pitch from Colin Driffel, and absolutely not what you're going for at the top of the lineup there by Griffin Minderman. He's a sophomore. His brother Emmett right now on deck is a senior. If you're Griffin Minderman, you've not cranked one out of the yard all year. Don't try to do too much. Just kidding. I misread that. He has 1 home run, so okay, maybe. But again, with the wind blowing away from a right-handed hitter, there's another breaking ball. Driffel doubles down on it, and Minderman just couldn't help himself. He's now down 0-2. Good job here by Colin Driffel, not giving Minderman the fastball he's expecting, and maybe playing into the mentality of the moment, right? A sophomore in his first major moment at the state tournament. Yeah, use that aggression against him. Driffel peers down at his feet, takes a look at his glove, now back at second base. 3 quick checks to second, make it 4. Driffel comes home, double steal, swung on and missed, pump fake, no throw. Both runners move up, but Minderman moves back to the bench. Griffin Minderman down on strikes, and now Papillion-La Vista down to its final out, down 5-2. From one Minderman to another, Griffin strikes out, brings up Emmett. Emmett's the senior. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Griffin relied pretty heavily on the breaking ball. The previous at bats. Let's see if he does it again here. There's a fastball, skips to the plate, 1-0. Noah Gartner did a good job pitching into the 7th inning. Leadoff single and a hit by pitch brought Colin Driffel out. Driffel's on the mound now. Couple checks to third. He's ready to bring it home. Here comes fastball, bounce up, skips away to the backstop. Both runners will move up. There's the third run of the game for the Titans. And now, another runner's at third base. So, never say never, not over yet. 2-0 count here to Emmett Minderman. A leadoff single does come around to score. That's Mikey Jellin crossing home plate. Grant Gilbreth has moved up to third base. Still 2 outs, though. Still need to keep the line moving. If you're Papillion-La Vista South down by 2. Minderman watches that one high, 3-0. That run charged to Noah Gartner. Gilbreth at third would also be his responsibility. All right, if you're Emmett Minderman, I am parking this bat behind my back right plant leg. Driffel, fastball high. All right, so here we go. Runners on the corners, 2 down in a 2-run ball game. And Danny Wallace. Wallace 2 for 3 on the day. He's got an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Probably the best overall hitter on this team. 280 on the year. 11 RBI. And the closer. 5-3 Millard North over Papio South. We'll see if Emmett Minderman breaks for second base here. I wouldn't let him if I was Millard North. Keep him close. Don't get that tying run in scoring position. Driffel steps off, trying to keep Minderman honest over there at first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. 2-run ball game. Closer Colin Driffel on the mound for the Mustangs. Here's his pitch to Wallace. Breaking ball, front door, strike 1. That's a tough pitch to do anything with if you're not expecting it. If you're sitting on it, maybe you can get your hands out early in front of it. Pitching backwards right now to Danny Wallace. Minderman away at first, short lead for Gilbreth at third. Okay, Wallace now down in the count 0-2. He fouls that one straight back. Millard North 1 strike away from the first upset in Class A. The Mustangs seated 7th, Titans seated number 2. It is number 2 in the batter's box, Danny Wallace. He awaits the 0-2. Appeal down to first base, check swing, no call, but on the defensive indifference, Emmett Minderman moves up to second base. So, nifty little single is all it could take to tie the game. Outfielders on the right side and center field positions are playing shallow. Left fielder still pretty deep for Wallace. Driffel wants a sec to think about it. He disengages the rubber. Gilbreth at third. Minderman at second. Driffel on the mound. Danny Wallace in the batter's box. Here's Driffel. He's set at the belt. Taps his foot a couple times. Winds. Fires. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Danny Wallace goes down. Looking. And Papillion-La Vista South goes to the loser's bracket. There's our first upset of the night in Class A. We'll take a short break. Be back to tell you a little bit more about it here in just a moment on the ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Discovering your life's passion is easier with options, and that's what Doane offers students. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doan, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes you different. Apply today at doan.edu/apply.
Back to the 2025 State Baseball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Couple really good games back to back. Millard North takes down Papillion-La Vista South by the final score of 5-3. I'm Austin Orman. Jackson Kleinschmidt's back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Couple fun games like I just mentioned there. Colin Driffel ends up slamming the door, does allow one of his inherited runners to score, but in 16 pitches, he walks one and strikes out three. Not a lot of nonsense going on there. Loser today is Cameron Curtis for Millard North on the mound. He gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned in just 2 innings of work. Really, though, I think the stars of the show were Jackson Willer and then Noah Gartner. Gartner ended up throwing 95 pitches in 6 innings. By my count, he struck out 10. Just not a lot of baseballs in play for Papillion-La Vista South. Not a lot of productive outs as they go to the losers bracket. Because Noah Gartner, 10 strikeouts, 5 hits, those 3 runs that do get charged to him. But a big shout out also on the other side to Jackson Willer. 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. Did hit 1 batter. Really did a good job of keeping Papillion-La Vista in that game. The Titans score in more innings. They score in 3 innings, whereas the Mustangs and Millard North only score in 2. Papillion-La Vista South had more hits than Millard North did, but ultimately it's not enough as the 2 seed goes down, but not out. This is a double elimination tournament, and both these teams will play again on Monday over at Werner Park. We got our nightcap coming up. Should be a fun one. It's the 3-6 matchup. Kearney is the home team down the third base side. Down the first base side, it's 6th-seeded Elkhorn South. I'm going to step out of here. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, or so you think. I recorded Corner 3. Just know this is pre-recorded ahead of time. I spoke Bryce Williams' better combine performance into existence. I would love to talk about it. I'm sure I will at some point, but that time is not now. I'm going to go get a bite to eat. I'll be back for the nightcap. Hope you come back with me at 7 o'clock for Kearney versus Elkhorn South to round out our day here at Tal Anderson Field. Huge thanks to Bach. Huge thanks to Jackson for holding things down back at the mothership. For now, this is Austin Norman signing off. We'll talk to you in an hour.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat